I want to start this video out as an apology to Narwal. They sent me this back in March and it's been low priority for me because I've been trying to catch up on videos. So Narwal, I am very sorry this video took so long. But I was excited to check out this brand new 2-in-1 mopping and vacuuming robot vacuum that actually cleans itself. So this, oh, look at this is such a big box. Narwal. This is absolutely one of the biggest boxes I have ever gotten for a robot vacuum. But the reason why I wanted to check this out is because I have checked out like mopping vacuums before and they all sucked. Like they just push the dirt around. And after a couple like goes, they're just pushing dirt streaks all over your floor. And your floor looks worse than what it was when it started. And that's where this thing is supposed to come in. It seriously is supposed to actually mop the floor, go back to its base station, and clean itself. Like clean the dirty mop. I did not think that would be possible, but it piqued my interest. Full disclosure, yes, they did send this to me for free. No, that does not affect my review over it, so I will be blunt and upfront about everything I find about this vacuum. And if you're not willing to spend some decent change on this, then you're probably not going to be interested. I will have Amazon affiliate links in the description down below, but suffice it to say, it's a little expensive. I would like to critique it just based off of how expensive it is, but I haven't actually had a chance to test it yet, so that's what I'm going to do and find out if this thing is worth it. Did I mention how sorry I am that I'm just now getting to this Narwhal? I do apologize. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's get this thing unboxed and see what all comes in this ginormous box. I mean, it's ridiculous. First thing I'm greeted by is a piece of cardboard that I sliced in two, but that's essentially what it's supposed to look like. Under that, we have some styrofoam, not bad, and then the vacuum. Maybe, did I open this thing upside down? I feel like I opened this thing upside down. Okay, first things first, it comes with all this. Let's get started. Instruction manuals, operating manual. Obviously, we're not gonna need any of this. This is it. This is the vacuum. Finally, a vacuum that looks different from every other vacuum that I have. It's more of a rectangular shape than it is a circle. Hey, get out of here. This is the bottom. Oh, I totally opened it upside down. Crap, this thing is so big. Oh, it's so big. Look at all that. Look at that. Holy crap, that is huge. Look at this. Look at this. Where does this go? Where does this go? It goes somewhere. Right there. Okay. And this one, where does this go? Right there. So on one side it says clean water, the other side it says wastewater. Yes. Now this thing is pretty cool looking. Like I said, it's got kind of more of a square look at this. This thing is ginormous, like hand per scale. Seriously. I don't know what all this is. This is the mopping stuff. But look at this. It has 2 water tanks. This is for cleaning itself. On one side, you put in the clean water, and on the other side, you get the wastewater. Wow, this thing is freaking legit. Holy bananas, look at these. Does this spin? I think this spins. Look at that. So this is what comes in the box. Now, without looking in the manual, let's just look. So we have a couple of different scrubbing options. Or, no, we have the same scrubbing options, but I get more than one set of pads. So that's nice. So you have mop or you have vacuum. Now on the bottom here, these are the little motor rotating things. So it looks like that is built just to go right on top of it pretty easily. But before I do that, this is the mopping, or this is the vacuuming portion of it. So it looks like it has a little hole, and just like that. So now it's a regular vacuum. And does it matter? Does it matter? Now it's a mop. Look at that. That is literally going to rotate. Like, look at that. That's perfect. Now, they also sent me this. I don't know anything about the app, but this looks like a magnetic strip to basically tell it not to go somewhere. So, for example, right over there that leads into there, that I do not have a door to actually stop the robot vacuum, that's where I'm gonna put this probably, because if it's gonna sense that and then not go onto the carpet while it's mopping, then that's perfect. That's what I need. I don't know if you know anything about me, but I am a disgusting human being. I really am. I do not mop my floors. I pretty much rely on robot vacuums to dust my floors, but I cannot remember the last time I actually mopped a floor. So, and now I have a cat, so it's gonna get dirtier, it's gonna get nastier. This is kind of like a miracle for me if this thing actually works. You like it, don't lie. Now, I don't know anything about this particular robot vacuum, but I am going to have to assume that it needs to charge because it's been sitting around for a couple and a half months, so it's probably dead. So that's the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a break, let this thing charge up, and then go through the setup process. Actually, let's take a second to acknowledge like how extensive this is. It's got little guide things on the side. It just goes in, washes itself, spins the thing, and actually, wow, charges itself at the back. Oh, I am so excited to see this thing work. Okay, so the weird part is that everything really needs cleaned, but this is probably gonna be the best spot to start it, to put it, and then I can just clean this one corner afterwards. But this will be a good testing spot. Plus it's close to a plug-in, so that makes it a little easier. Ooh, that's fancy. Oh, that is so fancy. Look how fancy that is. It's been out for 2 seconds and I've already trapped the cat. And actually, I think the first thing I need to do is let it like vacuum. I definitely need to let it vacuum first.
The robot is starting up. Please use when the white indicator light keeps on.
Now I download the Narwal app.
Prepared for connection. Please follow the instructions on app.
Okay, open the door.
Network connected.
Now it says everything is on standby. Now I've never used this app before. I have no idea how it works, and I refuse to look at user manuals before I tackle something head on. So the first thing I'm going to do is probably send this thing to home. I don't know how to send it home. No map, please build a map before you start cleaning.
No map. Please press and hold the home button on the base station to do the mapping.
Oh, okay. So the first thing we need to do is create a map. It says press and hold home.
Please put the robot back to the base station and start mapping.
Look at that.
Start mapping. Please clear obstacles on the floor and keep doors open.
Okay, before I do this is a bad idea. Before I do this, I need to remove all the obstacles. Don't fit. That's as good as it's gonna get. All right, check all of this out. So this is always clear, but look at that. You can actually see the ring around where the rug used to be. Like, definitely a difference there. It doesn't even show up that well on camera, but in real life, it is very obvious. And you can definitely see how, let's see, let's raise this up a little bit. How this is really dirty. I mean, it's really hard to tell on camera, but I got everything lifted up. Over there is especially nasty. Underneath the table, yeah, that's disgusting. So now that everything is kind of like cleared out of the way, I'm going to see how good this thing can actually do in mapping and then allowing me to build rooms, right? So that's step one. It's only like 45% charged, but I think that should be enough to map out the area. And to start the mapping, I just press and hold home and just let it map. Get rid of these.
Continue mapping.
There you go. Go gadget vacuum. What's up, kitten? What's up?
Repositioning. Mapping complete. Remapping is required if you move the base station.
This thing did a pretty decent job of mapping everything out. Here you can see where the base station is, so that's pretty obvious, and that's the corner of my house. So here's the hallway that goes to the front door, so it's automatically kind of sectioned off that hallway. Here is the kitchen area, section that off as a different room. I blocked off the laundry room just because there's cat stuff in there, so I don't want it mopped, but it did kind of sort of block that off a little bit, but it did not create another room. And then it has room number 1, which is actually outside. So that's right outside the door right there. Look at that. So that's where the patio door is. But, you know, other than that, like, I think this is pretty. You got a power option, a normal option, and I think this is pretty nice. Let's give myself an off limits area. So right here, add an off limits. Here we go. So this is the cat room. That's off limits. Just check mark box that, pretty basic. And then over here is off limits as well. Oh, no. Let me resize that. So this is all off limits right here. And then I'm going to add another off limits, which is going to be, this is the outside. So it's not like it can go outside, but I don't want it to worry about trying to go outside. So just to make sure that's good. Confirm that. And then actually into here, that's going to be my bedroom that has carpet in it. So because for the moment, I don't want to use just the vacuuming stuff. I just want to see how well this thing mops and cleans itself up. I'm going to add that as an off limits area as well. So in one mapping run, it very extremely accurately broke down my rooms and kind of got me the option to keep it from going places that it shouldn't. So I'm just going to save that. That is pretty basic. I like that. It's so simple to use so far. So that's pretty cool. What are these buttons down here? Map, sweep, oh, mop. Sweep and mop. Oh, okay. So the mopping, the sweeping. See, I screwed up here at the bottom. I'm going to delete these. These are areas that are a no-go for sweeping, but for mopping. Look at that. This is what happens. You look at it, you play with it, and then you figure out there's different features, different ways to keep it from going places, which I like that. There we have the mopping area. That is going to be basically all the no-go zones for mopping. So I'm gonna save that map. That should be good. And let's go back over here. So I wonder, because it's at 48% power, I don't know how long it's gonna take. I really kind of wish this would give me a square footage and just kind of tell me, you know, does it tell me how much? It does not. So I think now that it's at 48%, because I kind of sort of want to see how well this thing vacuums and cleans, because my floors are gross.
Start vacuuming.
All right. What do you think, Hinton? Is it freaking you out? Maybe? No? Okay. Get out of the way, kitten. So far, it's covered most of the main room, and it's only dropped about 10-12% in power. So honestly, that's kind of impressive. One run of just the vacuum, it's already looking better. But here was the hot spots right here. As you see over here, look at that. Look at that. This is already so much better. Yes, it's better, of course, when you pick up your chairs and you get everything out of the way. But I'm really kind of impressed by its ability to actually clean up without having to mop. So the biggest question now is, how well can it mop? Changing out the mopping, like I demonstrated earlier, is pretty easy to do. It's just a matter of swapping these pads out, and that's it. It's supposed to put some clean water in here, and it has dirty water in there. So I'm gonna put some clean water into it, start the app up now that it's fully charged and it has ran its course. Doing a really good job cleaning up my floors all in all, and I'm gonna see how well it mops. However, I really kind of sort of want to test a little bit by maybe putting some messes around, maybe ice cream or something. I don't know, just something on the floor, and seeing if it actually cleans that up. Now, before I do that, let's see just how much stuff it picked up out of the dustbin. So here's the dustbin, right? Kind of it seems like a smaller size, but whatever. How does this open? I don't know how it does. Probably from here? No? From here? No? From here? Ah, there we go. It's got a little latch on the side. Click that. And this, and everything. That was in it. As you can see, it's a lot of cat hair, a lot of dust, and cardboard and other just random stuff. Cat litter, all kinds of stuff. I think that's a fly. I'm pretty sure that's a dead fly. Yeah, that was all on my floor. Disgusting, I know. Now, Narwal also sent me Daisy Scent, clean, fresh, protective, antibacterial, special detergent sheet. It says after this thing is full, right, you're supposed to put this in here. It's a special detergent. Does it dissolve? Oh yeah. Oh, it totally dissolves. It dissolves like cotton candy. Look at this. Look, it's like cotton candy. See? Oh yeah. I'm so excited for this. This is like a legit mop. I'm so excited. Now, it would be at this point, some people would probably read the manual and figure out the best way to start the mopping process. Other mops, you have to wet the cloth a little bit yourself. Since this one has an automatic feature to clean the mop, I'm gonna go off the assumption I don't have to wet the mop. So let's see if that's true. But first, I'm gonna put a little bit of ice cream, and I think I'm gonna go outside and get a little bit of dirt, make some mud, and just put it in a couple spots. And over here, we got some ice cream. Let's see, let's get a little bit of something, just, you know. I think this is gravy. Looks like gravy. Let's do a little gravy right here. Let's rub that in. Yeah, that's gross. All just gravying it up. So now we have the gravy spot, the mud spot. Look at this. That's muddy and that's drying, but that's a big old mud spot. And then the ice cream spot. Will this be able to clean everything? After changing everything out, the top of the screen says mopping standby. So it's already detected that it has a mop in there. So now I guess
Start mopping.
ooh, you can see it, it's wet. Do not eat the ice cream or the gravy. Look at that, it just went and cleaned that room, made a beeline for that room, and now I think it's gonna go back and clean itself after just one room. That's kind of cool. Nice. It's so quiet too. Okay, so it did a second run, right? Then it went into the kitchen for a little bit, and now it's going back. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, got that ice cream without even a problem. Okay, I can actually smell that stuff that I put in there. Like, it smells good, but I can actually smell it. So that's cool. I don't know if it's helping the cleaning, but it smells good. And right here, you can kind of see the limitation. Like, look at that. That's the edge. There's the cat. There's the edge. So you got yourself about a solid 3/4 to a full inch off the edge. But you can't. Oh my God! What are you doing? What are you doing? Cat, get off there! Stop it! Anyways, you got yourself about an inch that you can't get clean. Oh, I stepped away for like 2 seconds and it went right through the dirt pile. Look at that. And that was the gravy. But I mean, that was mud. I think it needs to go over it again, but damn. See how it dried? Got some work to do. Ooh, not bad. Ooh. Did not do that well. All right, final review time. Kitten, what do you think? Does it look pretty good? I don't know. Let's take a look. Okay, so this was the dirt spot, the mud spot. I think It's still a little wet, right? But you can clearly see there's still a little bit of dirt on there. Not too bad though. Obviously it's way cleaner than what it was when I originally put it. Then we have right around here, that was the gravy that I put down. That's all gone. That looks like it's perfect. And then this was the ice cream area, somewhere around here, right here. There we go. You see that? You got an outline of the ice cream where it kind of dried, and it did not clean it as much. But this was, yeah, that's on there pretty good. So I wonder what that would actually take to clean off. As far as the rest of the floors go, they look better than they've looked in years. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. They actually, like this mopping thing did a really good job. It cleaned itself multiple times and it went over everything. I think I said it the 2 or 3 times, but if you can see right here, so these are the zones that I lined out. It did 82 square meters, which is like 800 and something square feet. So it took 86 minutes to do this, 86 minutes and 41 seconds to clean this. And that's it. I mean, oh yeah, cleaning cycles. So they were all set for 3 cleaning cycles for 86 minutes. But here's some dirt that's left over. So look at this. This is actually dried on there. Oh, that's actually really, yeah. That's like really on there. But it is what was left. Basically, if I were mopping this based off of what I put on here, I would actually have to get some water on that and scrub it to get it to come off. So since all that has is just a little spinning brush, it's kind of understandable why I wouldn't pick something like that up. But, you know, there you have it. Don't eat that, cat. Don't eat that. You're gonna eat that. No? No? Okay, eat it. It would be funny. Now let's take a look at this. Let's pull this bad boy up. Flip this over. Ooh, look at that. Could use some cleaning, but that ain't bad at all. Like I could just leave that there. Maybe run an oven or some water, rinse it off a little bit. Okay. What about the dirty water? This is what I'm really curious about. Oh. Ew. 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 Okay, that's nasty. That's the dirty water. Let's open this up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's nasty. That's gross. All of that was picked up off the floor. Oh, that's gross. That was all on the floor. Look, it looks so clean. Oh my gosh, it looks so clean. Wow. 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 All right, here's the thing. This cleans mops really well, but it's a maintainer. It is not a replacement for real mopping. But the thing is because it goes back, it cleans itself, it will mop areas multiple times. It's a good maintainer. Previous versions that I've tested out, and I even have another one to test probably next month, it literally just pushes dirt around with a wet cloth, and then you get streaks on the floor, and it doesn't really look that good. It's kind of a waste of money. It's a waste of time. This thing actually goes back to the base and it cleans itself. So it's a good maintainer. Now I tested some pretty heavy dirt spots like dried up mud and ice cream that dried up and gravy all over the floor. It got most of it, but it did not make it perfect. So if you need to do a deep mop on your floors, yes, you will have to break out a mop and you'll have to do it manually and get a little bit of scrub action. After all it does is take this, get it wet, put a little chemical on it, and spin it in a circle. It's not a lot of pressure, but it's way better than any other mopping vacuum that I've tested before. In fact, I've been so unimpressed by automatic mopping robot vacuums that I usually just kind of gloss over it because they just all suck. But Narwal has actually did it right. Not only does this thing look fancy, it's got this nice base that is actually humongous, but it's got this nice base. It's great. If you have a lot of square footage, hardware floors, and you need them maintained, you want that dust picked up, this is probably going to be a good solution for you. If you have some really, really bad spots on the floor that need scrubbing, this ain't going to do crap besides clean up the easy stuff. This thing never got stuck anywhere, it never had any issues mapping anything, and the mapping technology itself seems pretty legit, especially because even though I got this little magnetic strip right here, even though I got this, I didn't really need it for anything. Like, yeah, I could put this on the ground if I wanted to, but you just gotta let the robot vacuum map everything out, and then you can go into your maps and you can, tell it not to go into these areas. So stuff like this, yeah, sure, it's a good convenience if for whatever reason you need it, you just don't need it. But at the end of the day, color me impressed. This thing did way more than I thought it would do. And I actually have a mopped floor. So yeah, I don't have an inch off the wall, but it's still way better than what it was before. So guys, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about this, or if you want to know any more information about it, again, check out the links in the description down below and/or leave a comment down in the comment section down below. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you, Narwal, for sending me this. I keep having to look at the name. It's hard to remember. Like and subscribe below and have yourself a good day.